Welcome to our Tech Buzz podcast. Today, we're diving into the exciting and unpredictable world of tech in 2025 under President Trump's new administration. Let's get started.
Absolutely. There's so much happening right now. What's the biggest headline that's caught your attention?
Well, one thing that's really shaking things up is the incoming administration's stance on TikTok. After previously calling for a ban, they're now expected to intervene to prevent it.
That's quite the turnaround. Do you think this signals a shift in their approach to tech companies?
Exactly. It's like they've realized the importance of finding a political solution rather than just pulling the plug. There's even talk about Elon Musk's X purchasing TikTok, which is wild.
Wow, that's big news. But doesn't that raise antitrust concerns?
That's a good point. It could definitely stir up some regulatory hurdles. But with Musk present at the inauguration, it seems there's serious backing for this idea.
Speaking of Musk, his involvement might really shake up the industry's dynamics.
Absolutely. And it's not just TikTok. Trump is reportedly considering establishing a crypto reserve focusing on US-based coins. That could be a game changer for the crypto landscape.
Do you think that would boost cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin?
Potentially, yeah. It's like the government's finally recognizing the value of crypto assets. Bitcoin even rebounded above 100K on this news.
That's incredible. But with all this excitement, are there any concerns we should be aware of?
Definitely. There are significant economic headwinds, like the US debt to GDP ratio approaching 100%. That could lead to a bond market crisis if not managed carefully.
So you're saying we could be facing a recession?
It's a possibility. The bond market is the boogeyman to watch here. High yields could trigger a downturn.
What about the stock market? How's it reacting?
Well, there's been volatility, especially with concerns over another tech bubble in the AI sector.
Really?
The market might be overvalued due to the euphoria around AI advancements.
That's concerning. Could we be heading towards a correction?
Possibly. It's similar to the dot-com bubble, but this time it's fueled by AI hype. So investors need to be cautious.
Speaking of AI, any news on infrastructure challenges?
Yes! There's a potential memory shortage that could hinder AI development.
Oh no!
Despite investments in chip manufacturing, it's still a bottleneck.
Do we have any solutions on the horizon?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Trump and Musk propose. Their policies could address these issues if they focus on boosting domestic production.
That's true. Amidst all these challenges, are there any opportunities for growth?
Absolutely. The convergence of AI, robotics, and spatial computing is creating what some are calling the third industrial revolution. It's an exciting time for innovation.
Can you give an example?
Sure. At CES last week, NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang showcased how close we are to this reality. It's like we're on the cusp of a technological renaissance.
That's inspiring. How about agentic AI? What's happening there?
Agentic AI, or AI tools capable of autonomous action, are on the rise.
Right.
They're transforming industries by automating complex tasks.
That could revolutionize so many sectors.
Exactly. And speaking of sectors, space exploration is heating up too. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are pushing boundaries.
Do you think the space race will impact tech investments?
Definitely. It's drawing attention to deep tech ventures, which offer long-term growth potential. Investors are keen on these opportunities.
What about startups? How are they navigating this landscape?
Startups are in a tricky spot. They'll need to focus on sustainable growth and financial prudence.
Right.
The regulatory landscape is evolving, so strategic planning is crucial.
Any companies standing out to you?
Absolutely. Replit, for example, despite halving their headcount and relocating from SF, their new AI agent product drove 5x revenue growth. CEO Amjad Masad is steering the company through tough times.
That's encouraging. Any others?
Anduril is another one. They've doubled revenue to $1 billion and announced a new weapons factory, Arsenal One, in Columbus, Ohio.
Wow.
They're making big moves in defense tech.
It's fascinating how some companies are thriving despite the uncertainty.
Exactly. It shows that with the right strategy, businesses can seize opportunities amidst challenges. It's all about adaptability.
Speaking of adaptability, what about the biotech sector?
Biotech is booming, especially with AI-driven advancements in genomics and drug discovery.
That's
NVIDIA's
great.
partnerships with healthcare institutions are accelerating innovation.
It's exciting to see technology improving healthcare outcomes.
Absolutely. And with the focus on AI-powered medical innovation, we're seeing breakthroughs we couldn't have imagined before. It's truly
Right.
transformative.
Before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts on navigating this landscape?
I'd say that while the uncertainty can be daunting, it's also rife with opportunity. Startups and investors need to stay informed, be adaptable, and focus on sustainable growth.
That's solid advice. It's going to be an interesting year, to say the least.
Definitely. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining the discussion.
Thank you. Looking forward to our next conversation.